Okay, as promised, I'm going to show you how to make that delicious Dijon mustard pan sauce, or Dijon jus as I'm calling it. Just means juice. There was our pork loin, and hopefully you saw that demo from yesterday. If not, check that out. But that was finished, and we roasted it right in that saute pan. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that meat out, and we're going to let it rest before we slice it, and we're going to build our sauce. Now the foundation for the sauce, get out of the way, is the fond. So that's actually what a fond means in French foundation. It's the caramelized meat juices that caramelize under the bottom of the pan as you roast it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and I turn the heat off because there's plenty of heat in that pan. And I'm just going to kind of swirl that mustard and kind of give the pan a little scrape. And it's going to do two things. It's going to start releasing some of the meat juices off the bottom. It's also going to, kind of toast the mustard a little bit. It's going to kind of wake up the flavor of the mustard. Then, and again, that was just literally 15-30 seconds. Then we're going to add about a cup of stock. Now I'm using a chicken stock here. You could also use a fruit juice, like an apple juice would be nice. Some people might want to go with a wine there. So the liquid, you can vary depending on your taste, but I'm just going to show you a real basic version. So it's about a cup of chicken stock. And I'm going to reduce that on, you can turn the heat up to high. But I'm going to reduce that until it gets to the consistency of about, cream. So reduced maybe by 2/3. And then, like all my pan sauces, I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm going to swirl in, for that amount of sauce, I'm going to swirl in about 2 tablespoons of butter. Now, a couple things, and again, if you've seen me make these pan sauces before, they're really all the same. That's the thing about pan sauces. They're all the same, and no two are alike. See, that makes no sense, right? But it's true. They're all basically the same technique, and then you have a million variations. So with the heat off, you just swirl the butter in, cold butter. It melts, but it doesn't separate. It actually emulsifies into the reduced stock and mustard, and that's why you have that beautiful looking, thick, not too thick, but thickened pan sauce, or Dijon jus as I'm calling it here, which just means a pan juice. And there you go. So very, very simple recipe. Now, what I think about when I plan one of these sauces, well, the main thing I think about is, what did I stuff the pork loin with? See, I had dried currants in here, which are very sweet. So as a nice contrast to the sweet stuffing, I went with a sharp pan sauce, which is, was why I used the Dijon mustard, which is, has sharp flavor. Had the filling rolled in here been, rosemary and lemon, maybe my sauce would have been on the sweeter side. Maybe I would have used a tablespoon of honey, or some jam and some fruit juice, or maybe a sweet wine to reduce the pan sauce with. So that's where I'm saying you decide what's going to go best with what you used as your ingredients. But the technique is basically always the same. And if you watch any of the pan sauces on the site, you'll always see those same basic techniques: the fond, the deglazing, the reducing, and the finishing with butter. That one, by the way, I strained because I didn't want all those ugly chunks in there. I wanted something really nice and fine looking for my fancy presentation. Enjoy!